welcome to episode 9 of Vlogmas 2024 with me, Laura Penrose. It is Thursday the 12th of December. I took yesterday off so that I could recover physically and mentally from the Christmas party. I wasn't too bad, to be honest. I was tired, but I was really good with my drinking. I did enjoy a couple of drinks, but I also had lots of water and stayed away from the wine. I mainly had gin and tonic. I did have one wine like towards the end of the night, but I was good. I didn't get drunk. I enjoyed myself. I did solo karaoke. I still can't quite believe I did it, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I'm trying not to let those, you know, what did you do, why did you do that, you embarrassed yourself, all those things which aren't true. They're trying, but they're not true. So we're just trying to be like, excellent, well done, you took on a huge fear and you did it, and that's incredible. I had a friend there and she was really encouraging, and she originally wasn't going to go to the party because she didn't really like casino. She doesn't like doing karaoke, and she was just feeling a bit of a funk about it. And I kind of like, you know, just said to her like, you know, come along, you don't have to do those things. Like, you're a grown up, you can do what you want, like, but you know, you'll be missed if you don't come, but if you do, I'm sure it'll be fun. And like at the end of the night, I said to her, I was like, thank you so much for encouraging me to do that. I'm really glad I did it. And she went, thank you for encouraging me to come. I had a really nice time. So, it was nice. There's a nice little friendship moment. But yesterday I just needed to completely switch my brain off, let the healing do its thing and just recharge. Like in the past, I've only taken days off when I've been like mega burnt out, or I've been really busy or traveling or something. So it felt really good yesterday to take a day off and it actually be a day off. Like, I spent like almost all day like knitting and not talking to anyone and not doing anything. I spent the morning editing, of course. That was hard. It's really difficult to watch yourself cry. Really hard, but it was fascinating in a weird way as well. You saw like less than a minute of that anxiety attack, but in reality it was about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and the camera was on pretty much the whole time because I kind of forgot that it was there. Like, obviously I was recording and then went into that place and then I remembered and like turned the camera off, but it was very interesting to watch that back. I didn't realize how ingrained my breathing is. Like I didn't really realize that I was doing it, and it's become such a huge part of how I get through those moments, that deep breathing. And it's not just like breathing in and out, it's a somatic breathing technique that is one of the first things my therapist taught me, because right at the beginning, when I was right in the depths of the depression, I couldn't get through a session like without breaking down basically, and that went on for a long time. And so one of the first things she did was to teach me how to breathe, and breathe deeply and into my like stomach. I think I kind of chose the stomach. Like for me, the anxiety is in the chest, and when I breathe through that anxiety and I focus my breath down into my stomach. And so it focuses you, and obviously calms you physically and mentally, and that just kind of naturally kicked in. And so yeah, it was really interesting to see that, and it's something that cannot be underestimated. It's powerful. I think one of the reasons we chose to do that is because I think I'd mentioned that I had a lot of success with hypnobirthing with Penny. I like fully like mind over matter, like breathed her out. Like I pushed once with Penny. That's all I need. I pushed once. I just breathed her out and it was incredible. So obviously that worked for me, and that's like, anyway, we won't go too far into that. So yeah, yesterday was a really successful day, and we had such a good evening. I was making the tea and Penny runs in and she goes, "Mummy, listen." and we could hear Christmas music coming from outside. And every year in our village, we're very lucky that we get a visit from Santa. Every year he comes through the village and his sleigh is being pulled by a car and there's music, and we shoved our coats and shoes on, and it's all run by a local charity. So we ran outside and the kids were like, Santa, Santa! I just hit my light again. And we are the only like little kids on our like row, and a couple of the neighbours have come out and like we're donating to the pot and everything, and someone must have had a word, because when Santa got to us he was like, you're Jeff, aren't you? And I think you're Penny. And the kids were like, how did you know? It was so magical. He was like, I recognise you from the nice list, you've been good this year, haven't you? And they were like, and I feel a bit icky about the being good for presents thing. I try not to like go into that with them. I say, you know, we are good people. You know, we are good people. We don't be good to get things. We are good because it's the right thing to do, and we care for people, and like. But at their age, it's a little bit. You kind of have to do a bit of both, really. But yeah, it was magical. It was really, really lovely, and filled me with so much happy, festive cheer, and it was wonderful. It was really, really good. I'm really glad we didn't miss him this year. Jeff wasn't here for it last year, but P was, so that was lovely. So, shall we do what I've been working on first, or Advents? Let's quickly show the Advents. I'm not going to go too deep because there's yesterday's and today. Yesterday's Hans Christian Andersen. Oh my goodness. It was The Swineherd. Number 11, I've got to find it. So this is The Swineherd. I have no idea what this story is, but I do know that the yarn is stunning. Look at that. Gorgeous. It's like really like heavily speckled, bright pink, purple, green. I love this type of hand-dyed yarn. This type of thing just looks so good in like a sweet shop or something like where it can really like sit and like sing. So that's 11. Where's 12? 12. So number 12 is The Red Shoes. I wonder what colour this could be. Wow. Oh man, this avocado is so good. Look at that. Wow. I mean, the camera is struggling. It's so bright. It's coming up a little orange, but it's definitely like pure red in real life. Slightly tonal. Oh, that's so good. We have a knit and living because it is the 6th. Ooh. I'm sorry about the oohs. Look at him. Oh, gorgeous. We've no idea what this is, but we've got like a lovely little gemstone situation there. Oh, I love that colour. Is that like a real actual gemstone, or is it a pretend one? I'm not sure. Either way, it's beautiful. And then Fibre Fox. So this is day 11, this is 10. You can see we're starting to get bluer. And I've got 12 right here. Yes. We are definitely going through to blue now. So gorgeous. Speaking of which, I've not had much chance to work on my shawl yet. However, I had a comment from Anina, the designer, and she was like, are you striping your fade or are you marling? And I was like, oh, that is such a good idea, because I'm holding it double. Instead of being like stripe, 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 like switching things up and reversing the rows, why don't I just like swap a strand out? Like, such a good idea. So moving forward, I'm going to be changing my like fading sequence because it was quite complicated. And it could be that like I do a little bit of both. Like I'll do like I start with by like adding one strand in and then doing the original and then adding another strand in, and like, oh, such a good idea. So that's what I'm going to be doing with that. I'm also supposed to be getting Another yarn delivery today. Just one skein, one very special skein. Some coffee. Went on a beautiful run this morning. Just again, short and fast, just a cheeky little 4K. And it was so like misty and chilly, but not cold. And it was calm, and I listened to my audiobook. I am loving Phantasma, absolutely loving it. It's so good. It's so different to anything I've listened to yet. It's like the Hunger Games in a haunted house and sexy. It's brilliant. Okay, so let's show you what I'm working on, because I have a brand new to you project, new to anyone, briefly shown on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't formally shared this yet because I've had other things that I've needed to be working on, and I now need to solely focus on this because it's due to be gifted in 1 week, and I have no idea how long this thing is going to take me to make because I've never made anything like it before. So it's in a bit of an awkward point at the moment. It's so weird. I am making a cat. My goodness. Here's its freaky little face with no eyes yet. The eyes will go in there, and then the ears will go on the top. Here's his little muzzly nose, which I'm 99% sure I've done wrong, but it looks fine. So yeah, and we can always like manipulate it with like hand sewing. So this is a pattern called Cat by Claire Garland, and she is known for her realistic animals, and I've wanted to make one of these animals for a very long time. I actually have done one before. I've done a blue tit, and it took me like one afternoon. It was very, very cute. But when I was talking to my mum about what I could make for my grandma for her birthday this year, my grandma's in her late 80s, and she doesn't really need much. She's in a care home, and she is pretty stationary now. She doesn't really move about very much, and we were just talking about it, and she's right now she appreciates things that she can touch, that she can look at, that are beautiful. And I mentioned this to my mum, and she thought it was a really, really good idea. There is a cat in the care home, so my grandma can interact with a cat, but she's always had cats. She's always loved cats. And I just thought this would be a nice thing to put on her windowsill or on her bed or sit on her lap, and she can touch it and like have that tactile thing. It's made with a strand of Fil Colana Avetta and 2 strands of mohair, and they're in different colours, so you get this kind of mild fur-like fabric. My cat is very different in colour to the original cat. I used like a mushroomy browny grey as my like main colour, and then a golden brown and a light brown as suggested, but in the original pattern it's like an off-white, and I didn't have anything off-white. I only had quite bright white yarns, and it just didn't feel right. It was like too mild, so I went for this kind of browny gingery colour. And yeah, it's been a real challenge, really, really challenging, especially the face. But you start with the face, so that's like done, that's the hardest bit over. But completely putting your entire trust into a pattern where you have no idea what you're doing, what it should look like, or if it's correct. It's humbling. It's like being a brand new knitter again. And that in itself is really, really enjoyable. I've had to like scratch my brain a few times and didn't quite fully understand anything, but so far it's worked out just about right. I have swapped wrap and turns for German short rows because I'm confident doing that, and I know I'm good at German short rows, whereas wrap and turns I was worried that I might have holes or they might be a bit loose, and I did have to do a little bit of brain thinking because in some situations it wasn't the best swap, but I made it work. So obviously I've done the body and tail and the head, and now I'm working on the legs. So this is one of the back legs, and then the underneath of the legs and the belly are all white. So I'm just really, really excited. I've ordered some eyes. They should be arriving early next week. Hopefully they work, they're the right size. Hopefully they don't make it look freaky. This is the thing, I think I'm a bit terrified that it's going to look freaky and not real, but we will see. But yeah, I'm really excited. In the original, it's stuffed quite loosely. So the body is quite flexible and bendy, so you can position it in a way that really looks like a real cat. So I did a lot of work on this yesterday. I did like the back section and the tail and the legs, and yeah, it's slow going, and yeah, I just don't know how long it's gonna take me. Fortunately, I should have ample knitting time between now and when I gift it on Thursday, and if it's not quite finished on time, then my grandma will understand. So that's what I'm working on. I am going to treat myself to a few hours on that. Now, blimey, it's 10 to 11. That's what happens when I go for a run. Time just like disappears. But to be fair, I've had a shower and I've had my breakfast and we're good to go. Mr. Penrose has the day off today, but he's gone shopping in Birmingham. Even though we're going next Tuesday, he needs to do some shopping without me. So we'll see when he's back, I'm not sure, but yeah, we're just keeping it chill today. Tomorrow, Friday, is going to be a little bit more manic. I haven't even told you what I'm doing at the weekend. Me and Penny are going on a girls' trip. We're going away for the weekend to a little cottage in the Cotswolds, and tomorrow on Friday night and for Saturday day, like Saturday morning, my mum is coming along. Penny doesn't know this. And on Saturday afternoon and for Saturday night, my sister is coming and swapping with my mum because there's only 3 beds, so we couldn't do it all at once. So yeah, it's a proper girly weekend, and with my mum we're gonna have like a crafty day. We're gonna we do like Christmassy arts and crafts, and I've got like some jewellery making stuff, and my sister and I are gonna do like a beauty salon for her. My sister's made a nail bar, and I've got like face masks and everything, so I do need to kind of do an itinerary check that I've got everything that I want to take with me, and then if there is anything that I'm missing, I can go and pick stuff up tomorrow. So I'm so excited for that. But yeah, it's gonna be a full-on Friday and weekend because we are back on Sunday morning, and then we immediately have to go out again because Penny has her first ever official proper dance show with her little dance company that she does at school, which is like so exciting, but it's going to be busy. It's going to be a lot of driving. And yeah, so I'm just going to enjoy today and the peace and the calm and some knitting and some life admin, and yeah, I'm going to stop jabbering on because I think it's been about 20 minutes worth of chat. I've got one more thing I need to say. I just needed to say thank you for the comments and the support on the last video. It was always, I'm getting emotional. I know I've already said this, but one of the hardest things about anxiety and undiagnosed neurodivergence is how alone you feel. So to see that people understand, and it's heartbreaking to hear that people are going through it too, because I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but to know you're not alone is so powerful. And you don't need to leave those comments. I'm just a person on the internet, and your words were so kind and lovely and encouraging, and I think yesterday was a difficult day of processing, but it was made so much easier by reading your comments throughout yesterday, and they're still coming in. There are so many comments on that video, I can't even believe it. So thank you for every single one of you who's left a comment, and to everyone who hasn't either. I don't do it for the comments, just thank you for being here, thank you for sharing your experiences, and if you are in the same boat as me, then I'm with you, and hopefully I can show you that it can be easier, that you can manage it, that you can live with it, and it doesn't have to completely steal your life from you. So yeah, before I get too emotional again, let's put that to bed now. That day is done. We can move on and focus on being festive and having a good few weeks until Christmas. So let's crack on with the day, and I'll catch up with you later on. big box for a single skein of yarn. My goodness. But it's exciting nonetheless. Oh, there's all sorts of little things in here. I've got a sticker. That's cool, isn't it? And a little Christmas card type situation. This is Prue Yarns Punk Rock Unicorn, I think. I had to get this from their website because it's sold out on Stephen and Penelope, which is where I originally saw it. And so it has come from Germany. I just love this branding. It's so good. Like, kind of funky, punky, like, it's cool. I like how they've done like stitch markers, like safety pins, and very cool. Oh, damn, I've dropped it. This better be worth it. So this is the very special yarn that I definitely paid too much shipping for, but it is the Punk Rock Unicorn Sole, which is the sock yarn. So it's 85 merino, 15 nylon, hand dyed in the colorway Loki, which I think is like the Marvel thing. But for me, it is Mercedes yarn, as in Mercedes Formula One. It looks like it's going to be a striping situation. It's so good. Oh my goodness, I love it. I'm so excited. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a striping situation. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I hate that I have to wait 90 days to cast this on, because this is going to be my... I'm so bad at doing this. Get in there, get in there. Woo! See, so bad. Oh my goodness, that could not be worse. I'm gonna have to go again. Yeah, this is gonna be my Formula One race watching project. So I'm gonna make myself a pair of socks out of this, and I'll probably like not do any kind of like contrast, or maybe I'll do a contrast heel, or maybe not. I don't know yet. I haven't decided what type of sock, but the idea is that I'll only work on it like during the races and like qualifying, and if the timing is right, we will quite often watch the practices as well, because we're hardcore fans. And yeah, I'm just going to make myself a pair of socks. I've absolutely ruined that skein. I really have. Deary me. I'm going to tuck that in there. Maybe I should just wind it up and then it's ready to go in 90 days time when the next season starts. So I'm going to work on that, make myself a pair of socks. Maybe even 2 pairs, because if I do contrasting, then I can get, I don't know though. I can't ever really knit the same pair of socks in like the same colour twice. But yeah, so that's going to be like a fun little project for me. And then when that runs out, because I'll probably like get through that pretty quick, I'm going to make a pair of McLaren socks for my husband, and maybe even a pair for my dad. He likes McLaren, but he also quite likes Alpine, which is fun because it's like pink and blue. So maybe I'll make my dad some Alpine socks. I don't know. Is Alpine even going to be Alpine next year, or is it changing? I can't remember, who knows. But yes, that's my fun little F1 project, because why not? Cat update, words I never thought I'd say. I've finished both hind legs. Hee hee. So the bits that I've just done is like the white bit. So this is like the underneath of the leg, and then the little paw on the end. And it was my first time doing back stitch seaming, and I didn't do a very good job the first time because I didn't go under both loops of the cast off stitch, so I kind of had like a little ridge running along the bottom of the paw. So I had to redo it, but then I seamed the wrong bit. But I got there eventually, so you can see how the it's gonna like fold over like this. I'm not entirely sure how it's all gonna like fit together. It's madness. But yeah, so that's like the top of the leg and that's like the back of the leg in the different colours. So next up, I've done both of those. Next up will be the forelegs, which are here. And then I think the ears and then the belly. I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna work. Yeah, it's going well, but it's 1:30 and I need to do some life admin. I just want to stay here in my little yarny nest, as my husband calls it. Shall I make a little B-roll of my yarny nest? Oh, cover up my address. Yes. So I've got like my project, and my advents and all my bits and pieces and more yarn and more projects and more yarn and it just like surrounds me, hence the woolly nest, and of course my hot water bottle. Speaking of which, I have got another gift knit that I'm going to be casting on pretty soon because I've just realised that that also needs to be gifted the day after the cat. Why have I done this to myself? But it's all right because it is a Maxine hot water bottle and I can knit even a full-size one in a weekend. So I think maybe when I need a little bit of a break from the cat, then I'll do that. And do you know what, actually, I'll probably take the Maxine hot water bottle cover with me on my girls' weekend because I don't even need the pattern. It's like ingrained and it's really easy for me to do, whereas this one takes concentration. With the hot water bottle I can like chat and stuff at the same time. So I need to wind up some yarn for that because it's for my son's favourite teacher and her favourite colour is pink. So it's going to be a pink background and then I'm going to use all my little bits and bobs. I'm probably going to do like a 5-colour and do each bit a little bit different. I'm not too sure yet. I'm just going to let the yarn guide me, but the main thing is it will be pink, which is lovely. Right, I'm going to go and get all my stuff together for the weekend and write a list of what I might need. Look at these naughty elves. They found the leftover Halloween candy and had a little feast last night. Cheeky monkeys.
Come joining us all. The feeling is here today. Come on now, let's go. Caroling through the snow all day. We've been good, but we can last. Hurry Christmas, hurry now. I can't wait to see what's under the Christmas tree for you and me. Oh, little bear toys that cuddle and woo, dinosaurs, boats, and kitty cats too. Santa Claus is coming. I know that Santa Claus is coming. Wake up.
Should we just plan out my hot water bottle cover colours while we're here? So this is the main colour. This is Woolly Mammoth Fibre's Natural Sock, which I will hold double, and is in the colour Candy Floss. Stunning. And I've got more than enough of that. So to do my 6 colour, contrast colour 1 is the biggest. Now, I was just going through my little bits and pieces and I want it to be high contrast, but I don't want it to read like rainbow. So I pulled out some blues, some purple and some yellow. And then I thought a little bit of white just in case. So 1, 2, 3, that's not enough colours, is it? So 12 grams. What have I got the most of? Okay, I've got my little scales down here. So, oh, 9 grams of that. So I could hold, is this the same yarn? I think it is. Okay, so I've got 15 grams of the purple. So that could easily be my colour 1. And then into direct contrast with that, if I went with the white, yeah, more than enough of that. Yellow for CC3, yeah, loads of that. And then blue for CC4. And then CC5 is like just a teeny little pop. So maybe I could go with like the light blue for that. Nope, don't have enough. What else have we got in here? Maybe I bring in the green and do like a little cheeky little green pop. Or does that make it rainbow at that point? Does that read rainbow, or is that just fun? I don't think it reads rainbow. Oops. Or maybe I bring in a red. Now all of these yarns are British wool. It's either woolly mammoth from my leftovers from all my magazine projects or my advent calendar, or I've got quite a lot of John Arbon yarn in here as well, but it's all fingering weight British wool and it all works together. So I don't want to go mucking about because I don't have like a fingering weight British wool red that's the right kind of amount. Although I do have some Saga and no, I'm not bringing the red in. There we go. What do you think? Do you know what? I'm really tempted to just wing it and like have fun and maybe do like different combinations for each like section of the chart. Like, why not? But then with this design, it can, if you don't plan it out, it can look off balance. But that's less important for the hot water bottle cover. I think for the sweater, you do really need to carefully plan your colourways because it can be off balanced if you don't get it quite right, and you can lose some of the definition, and that's tricky, especially when you're using like 6 different colours. So maybe I should just do the 3 colour because there would be less ends to weave in. No, that's boring. We're gonna go fun. This is from Jeff and he would go fun. Or maybe I should just ask his advice when I pick him up later. But he doesn't quite understand the nuance of like yardages. Do you know what? I'm just gonna make it up as I go along. Right, it's 2:20. I'm gonna smash down some I keep touching my bump. Is it looking bad? Oh yeah, man, look at that. That bruise is pretty nasty now. I'm going to smash down some lunch and then go and get Jeff because Penny has her dance and gymnastics after school today. So I'll go and get Jeff. And then I'll probably make the tea.
Wake up with a smile. The feeling is right today. Magic in the air, 'cause something is waiting for me. I've been good, but I can last. Hurry Christmas, hurry now. I can't wait to see what's under the Christmas tree for you and me.
Good evening. It feels like a while since I've done an evening segment, like a true evening segment, but here we are. Oh, I just ate my tea really fast. Probably too fast. I'm going to regret that. But it was very, very nice. My chicken was a little dry. I'm still getting the hang of doing the chicken in the air fryer and finding the perfect temperature and the perfect amount of time. But I love it. It's like so much quicker and easier and less messy than doing it in the oven. So yeah, I had harissa chicken with like grains, like it was like bulgur wheat and couscous and stuff. Green beans, roasted carrots. I'm also practicing roasting my carrots in the air fryer, ready for Christmas Day. But every time I do it, I forget to write notes. So I'm basically starting from scratch every time. But yeah, dinner is done. Mr. Penrose is at the gym. He'll have his tea later, and I'm putting the kids to bed in a minute. So I thought I would round up. I had a good afternoon. I had a little cry. I've just gone to week 1 of my cycle and I'm definitely feeling it, like very emotional today, very crampy, and I was watching someone get married on Vanderpump Rules and it made me think of my wedding day and how far we've come and how much I love Mr. P, and yeah, I had a little cry. But it was a good cry. It wasn't too bad, but yeah. So yeah, feeling emotional, quite tired, a bit groggy. But okay, that's a normal day one for me. And I'm sure tomorrow will be a little bit better. I not only wound up the yarn for the Maxine hot water bottle cover I'm making, but I've started. And I'm on the colourwork. Thursdays Penny has after school club, so me and Jeff like to spend some like quality time together. He usually decides what we do. Sometimes it's drawing, sometimes it's puzzling, sometimes it's Minecraft, but we do it together. I sit with him, I knit at the same time, and we like build something together. I'm not allowed to touch the controller because I'm too slow and too rubbish at it. But we normally like design something, think about what we're going to make and do it. He really likes to take pictures of houses that he likes in the village and then go and build them in Minecraft. And it's surprisingly fun. But yeah, so that's what we did for a few hours this afternoon, and I will show you what I've done. I decided in the end just to kind of go with what felt right as I went along for the colours. So I've done just the first 3 rounds of colour work, so it's not going to be the easiest thing to show you, but you get the idea. If you're new around here, this is one of my most successful patterns actually. I think it's like the third most successful, this one. It's a colour work hot water bottle cover that I designed for my sister last year for her advent bag, which is why it's called the Maxine hot water bottle, because it's named after her. And it has since developed. There's now a mini size and a sweater and all this kind of stuff. So this is what we've got so far. And yes, it's very tricky to show you. That's really truly rubbish, isn't it? I'm going to bring you along with me this evening because I'm going to be editing tomorrow, so I might as well. So hopefully you'll have a nice plinky plonky outro with some colour work progress, and then we'll talk about it properly tomorrow. But yeah, I just went for purple, and like the stripe, the plain row here, you can't really tell because it's dark, but it's a very light baby pink, and I literally just have like this much left, like a couple of grams. So I'll use this when that chart repeats at the end, and then I can consider this little nugget done. And yeah, I'm just gonna have fun. I was gonna use the yellow as my main colour, but I forgot that these two colours, like, they're very similarly tonal. So if I was to put this into grayscale, they would look very, very similar. So when you're doing it in colour work, they're quite low contrast. So in this case, like, it's fine, but when it's just little individual stitches, it gets a bit muddy. So I decided not to do that, and I'll just use the yellow as like a little pop. But yeah, we'll make it up as we go along. I'm glad I've started that because it's an easy, simple thing. And the cat, I'll probably work on, I don't know when I'll work on the cat again. I mean, they've both got to be done at the same time. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, I'm gonna sign off for the evening. Thank you for joining me today for this chilled out at home, quite nitty day. That's nice, isn't it? Hopefully a little less emotional, but yeah, still me nonetheless. So thank you for being here again. I think I'm being a little bit anxious about the weekend just because there's a lot going on. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day. I'm going to be editing, I'm going to be cleaning because the cleaners have got the day off tomorrow, getting everything ready to go. We've sorted all our plans. My son is going for a play date at his mate's house so that me and my mum can pick Penny up straight from school and get straight there. So we should be at the Airbnb by like 4 o'clock, which is really nice because then we've got a bit more evening time. We can have dinner, we can run Penny a bath, like it'll be lovely. So yeah. So as far as upload schedule goes for the next few days, I'm going to put Friday and Saturday together just because I think they're both going to be quite low filming days. Tomorrow I'm busy, and on Saturday I really want to be like in the moment and enjoying the time. So I'll take little snippets and stuff. And then Sunday is an even crazier day for me because we will be leaving the Airbnb and then going straight to Penny's show. So I'll do the editing in the evening. So I'm probably not going to upload again now until Sunday, maybe even Monday morning, but we'll see. So yeah, a little bit of a gap again, but that's just the way life's going at the moment. I'm really looking forward to next week because I am just so ready to really get festive. It is 2 weeks until Christmas, which is just crazy, and just over a week until the kids, it's less than 2 weeks till Christmas and just over a week until the kids finish school, which is mad. I really need to do a plan. I really need to do a Christmas stock take, like itinerary check, and then, yeah, see where we're at, because I've just been kind of winging it so far, not really thinking about it. All the important things are done, but yeah, we need to get our SHIT together. So next week you can expect festive knitting dates with friends, Christmas shopping and the German markets, festive planning, festive making. I've got some foodie things that I want to make for Christmas presents. I'd like to do some baking. There's more decorating to do, and of course a Christmas puzzle. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And obviously lots of festive knitting too. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for joining me for every video. I know it's very up and down and kind of random, but you got to be who you are, right? So I will see you again tomorrow, and wishing you all a fabulous Thursday and a good night. Bye-bye.
The Christmas lights fill the city. There are people everywhere. The snow is falling white and pretty as I stroll